All right, so right off the bat, I want to apologize for not having a video up on Tuesdays. So I'm going to make it up to you guys by double uploading today. We're going to have 2 new videos. We're going to have this one as well as another video going up later. Pretty sure in the background, you're going to be seeing some gameplay from the $150,000 tourney that I played in. This was the OpTic GGCS Tournament. We were playing Search and Destroy on Modern Warfare 3, which right off the bat, big thanks to Hitch and OpTic for inviting me to play in this tournament. And massive thanks and shoutouts to my team. We had FaZe Tupac, Thug Lord. We had Destroy on the team for a little bit, but he had to do some CDL stuff, so he wasn't playing with us the whole time. But we also had Z-Laner and Noct on our team as well. And dude, playing in this tournament was such a blast. It was a lot of fun to play. It was very competitive, obviously, very intense. And what you're seeing right now is the finals, and we were playing for $100,000. And the top 8 teams for the tournament would get prize money. So you're probably wondering, well, what happens to the other $10,000? The person who hits the best clip in the tournament, just one person will get $10,000, which is pretty insane. So obviously there's a lot of stakes in the tournament. There's a lot of money to be won as well. And I'm just gonna let you guys know right off of the bat, our team, we did not place high enough to actually earn anything. I believe we were roughly at like 10th place or so. So just shy of actually winning any prize money from this tournament. But dude, if you guys caught those matches and you watched us play, then you know right from the beginning that we played our absolute best and we tried our asses off. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to be able to get us into a winning position. Now, initially my plan was to take the VOD from Twitch and share these last couple of matches with you guys and show you guys the best highlights and stuff like that. But unfortunately, the way that I had OBS set up when I streamed that day, which I'm so mad at myself for messing this up. But essentially, if you go back to the Twitch VOD, I mean, you can watch it if you want, but you're only going to be able to hear my microphone's audio because for whatever reason, the desktop audio was just not routed to actually appear on the VOD. So if you were watching it live, you could hear Discord, you could hear the boys talking, you could hear the game audio and all that stuff, but it wasn't set up to be included in the VOD. If you know OBS, you already know how that kind of stuff works. I'm so pissed at myself for not having that set up properly because I really wanted to share this tournament footage with you guys, but it just wouldn't make sense. And I'm so disappointed in myself because I had a similar kind of situation happen last year. You guys might remember that OpTic had also invited me to play in a tourney last year for Modern Warfare 2. The prize pool was $60,000 and our team actually got 3rd place, and I was trying to share the last match that I had with you guys, but I didn't record my audio at that time, so all you could hear was the opposite, the game audio and my teammates. I'm just so mad at myself for messing this stuff up because I'm being invited out to these tournaments and I feel like I'm letting people down. It's bad enough that I feel like I'm dealing with some guilt right now about letting my teammates down and not playing better or not being good enough and stuff like that. And the fact that I didn't have this recorded properly or streamed properly so you guys can also enjoy it and watch it, it's just adding on to that. It's piling up and it's honestly just bumming me out talking about it. I sort of did break the daily upload streak. I'm trying to double upload today to make up for that, but there is a lesson to be learned from this, and it's potentially a saying that you guys have heard before. You guys might have heard the saying that you learn more from your losses than you do from your wins. And this tournament absolutely tested me and it pushed me to be better. And I really do think that I've become better from it. Ever since the launch of Modern Warfare 3, I decided that I wanted to try to go hard for this game because I could tell from the beta that I was really going to enjoy the game from the gameplay that I had experienced so far, which is why you guys have seen me go so hard in this game. You know, between the camo grinds, playing in this tournament, quad feed with every gun, as well as daily uploading, I am really trying my hardest out here, man. And it's not even just, you know, making daily videos of whatever. Like, I've been trying to get a variety of different content out there as well, you know, just like goofing around with the boys, trying out cursed guns and goofy builds, camo grinding. That's been one of the best parts of trying daily uploading on the main channel, which I really haven't done for an extended period of time before, is I'm not just trying to essentially push out the same kinds of videos. I want to try to mix it up. And obviously, we're going to get to a point where we kind of pull back a little bit from Modern Warfare 3 and try out some other games as well. I think I've seen some suggestions from you guys as well to check out a game, I think called Lethal Company. It's like $10 on Steam, and I don't even know what that game's about. I haven't even seen anything about it, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it. But you know, the whole point and what I'm trying to get across here is that losing in this tournament has actually fired me up even more than I think I would have been if we were still either playing in it or if we won the tournament, you know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, if our team did move on and we were, you know, continuing to climb and move up and play other teams, then yes, obviously I would have been trying even harder to try to win for the team. And I do want to talk a little bit more about the tournament itself in a sec. I'm going to try to hold my tongue a little bit because there were some frustrating things that happened. Some things that in hindsight, I really wish were not the case for this tournament. And I think you guys already know where I'm going with this if you watch the tournament extensively. But real quick, going back to what I was saying, there's a certain rush that you get when you're playing competitively at a higher level against really good players that you don't really get from just playing pubs. And the biggest takeaway I have from this tournament is that I want another shot. Because what blows my mind the most is how much I improved in this tournament coming from last year's tournament. Last year's tournament was the Modern Warfare 2 Pro Sim tournament, and I was basically stuck with a sniper rifle, and my main role was really to just give comms and stuff. It was really difficult to have much of a fighting chance in a lot of situations. But this time around, we were given a lot more flexibility, and I was kind of cycling out mostly between the ACR class and the Rifle 9 class that we had. I did do a little bit of sniping at the beginning of the tournament, but ultimately I felt like my strongest class was really the Rifle 9 and playing more aggressively. And what was so crazy about going from the first day of the tournament to the very last is how much more I was improving at Search and Destroy, how much better I was playing, and how much more I was contributing to the team. And like you guys already know, I'm not a competitive Call of Duty player. I shied away from that for so long. Obviously, I like going for clips and stuff like that and trying to do cool things in pubs, but you guys already know I'm not a CDL pro. I'm not a professional Call of Duty player. So, you know, when you're out there and you're going up against pros and you actually can outplay them and beat them and stuff, it is just, oh, it's everything, dude. Like, honestly, it's just amazing. But there are a couple of things about this specific tournament that I do want to talk about that it just wasn't the greatest overall, but I'm not going to rant or complain about it. I do want to just give some critiques and explain some things from my perspective. The first thing was actually kind of on me, but I didn't even realize this was a thing that was happening on the back end. As you guys know, I was dealing with some very severe packet loss issues ever since the NVIDIA DLSS 3 update happened to the game. And for a good chunk of the tournament, I didn't even know what the issue was until someone in the comment section had said to turn off frame generation. That completely changed my game and my experience. I went from having some matches early on where I was barely able to get any kills or win any gunfights to then being one of the better players on our team in some of these matches. It was crazy. It made a huge difference, and I just didn't even know that was a thing. But even then, this game was still having really bad packet bursts, and I overall for the tournament didn't have the best connection when I was playing. I don't know why, but it has been kind of a widespread issue for Modern Warfare 3. I'm not solely blaming everything on the connection, but I just want you guys to try to understand my position, because for some of the matches we played, I had to completely change up the way I was playing, because when I was on low latency and I had a low ping, I was able to play a lot more aggressively and challenge a lot of things that I otherwise wouldn't be able to, because on a higher ping, you know, we're talking like roughly 80 to 100 ping. That can be a massive difference maker when you're playing competitively, especially in this game where the time to kill is a little bit slower compared to what we've had before. You can try to play more aggressively, but more often than not, it's going to get you killed against someone who's playing on a lower ping. So that was another part of the experience that just didn't turn out so great for me. But I think the biggest thing which completely changed the outcome of the tournament, and I know a lot of people are probably not too happy about how this went down for the tourney, it was the substitutions, the subs that they had for certain players. I'm not going to name names, but obviously if you guys watched the tournament, then you know that there were some subs that came in last minute that actually completely changed the entire outcome of the tournament. And again, I'm not trying to point fingers, and that's not really the direction I'm going with this, but all I'm saying though is that the substitutions that some teams had, you know, some of the players that were being substituted for other players, it made a huge game-changing impact on the entire tournament. And all I can hope for is that if there is another tournament like this, which I'm sure there will be, I really do hope that when people agree to play in the tournament, they can commit to that to provide what I think is overall a more balanced and fair experience. Now, a big reason why this happened in the first place is because there were a lot of Call of Duty pros, like a lot of CDL players, who were committed to the tournament at first, but ultimately a lot of them had to back out because they had scrims to play, which is understandable, but at the same time, I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to harp on it too much, but if there is another opportunity like this, firstly, I would love to be a part of it. I am ready to go, dude. Since losing the tournament, I just want to get back into something. And you guys already know, when ranked play drops for Modern Warfare 3, I might actually take a bigger stab at it this time around. I did play ranked on Modern Warfare 2. I had played it a good amount with both Matt and Karina, but I also did some solo ranked play streams on Twitch as well. I didn't get to any kind of like crazy high ranks or anything like that, but I think that's the closest that I can potentially get to essentially competing in Call of Duty and kind of playing professionally, but not really. But either way, I would love to be a part of another tournament. I think Hitch might have mentioned another tournament possibly happening after this one. I don't know when that would happen, and I don't know if they're going to run the same format or invite the same kinds of people that played in the last one, so I don't know. But I did catch the mainstream as well, and he was even saying that it was a learning experience for them, and I totally understand. Obviously, in the moments when all that stuff was going down, I was reasonably upset, mostly with myself and, you know, just how things turned out, but there's absolutely no hard feelings as well. I just want to be able to get back out there, dude. Like, I think especially if you guys have played sports or anything like that as well, you know how competitive people can get. And whenever you have a chance or a shot to compete, when you lose, it just makes you want to win that much more badly. And that's the feeling that I've got right now, and I'm holding on to that, and I'm trying to channel it into something productive and creative for you guys. So the way that I'm gonna move forward from losing this tournament is I really just wanna work harder for you guys. I wanna get you guys obviously more content. Since the tournament is over, I feel like I can take some of that time and actually start to get some extra content up on Nerd Plays finally. I'm gonna do my best to try to maintain daily uploads because I really like how it's been doing. You guys have really been enjoying the videos and it's good for the channel. I did mention grinding for Borealis camo on stream. So if you guys wanna follow my Twitch, you know, it's in the description of every video. If you guys wanna follow me on there, turn on notifications. I don't really have much of a stream schedule. I do kind of stream sporadically, so you can either follow me and turn on notifications on Twitch, or you can do the same thing for Twitter because I usually tweet when I'm going live as well. But yeah, man, I'm ready to kill some shit, dude. Oh! And real quick before I end this little video, I just want to thank you guys so much for all of the support on all of the Modern Warfare 3 videos, as well as anyone that was hanging out and watching the tournament stream. You guys were just so positive and you were rooting me on, and I feel so bad. I'm trying to tell myself that it's not my fault, but I can't help it. Like, it's not just me that lost, it's also my team, and it's just a bad feeling too when you feel like you've let your team down. I played my best, I tried my hardest, but at the same time, it also felt like there were some circumstances that were completely out of our control that changed the outcome. It dictated a different path for our team in this tournament. But regardless, man, I just appreciate the love so much. Thank you guys so much. And again, I'm gonna have a brand new Modern Warfare 3 video coming out shortly after this one. So if you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see some more Modern Warfare 3 stuff, make sure to drop a like. I'll see you guys later. Last. He has straight to the top building. He's winning. Push him. Absolute top broken building by B. Yes! Woo!
Outcome. Train goes.